It's a problem-free philosophy. Hakuna Matata. I'm sure y'all enjoyed that a lot. Quite a bit, actually. Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure y'all did. Alright, boys and girls. Today we're going to be reviewing Mufasa, of course.
That funny was so moving.
Alright, so Mufasa, a Lion King story. That was an amazing movie. I do have a few complaints about it, but very minor complaints. Very minor complaints. Actually, let me change this light back here. I like purple. We'll go with purple. But yeah, anyway, if you guys have watched Lion King 1.5, you guys may know that, like, in that one, which is an animated movie, if you guys haven't seen that, Lion King 1.5 is an animated Disney movie that came out a year after Lion King, I'm pretty sure. I think it came out like between Lion King 1 and Lion King 2. But that movie, it's a version of Lion King 1, but being told by Timon and Pumbaa, and also involving Timon's like backstory, which like includes him meeting up with Pumbaa for the first time. So in that movie, like it starts out with the intro of Lion King and like the whole circle of life, like song being sung, and then like they skip, like Timon and Pumbaa shows up, like it's an outline of like a theater, like a movie theater auditorium or seating arrangement, like where Timon and Pumbaa are in like the first row, and they like, nah, fast forward through all this and fast forward through all this and fast forward through all this. Let's skip this and oh, let's go back and tell our story of this. You know, it's kind of like that, which I really enjoyed when I was younger and watching that movie, and didn't mind because like it was about their version of the Lion King. With that being said, though, they tried to do the same thing with Mufasa, and at the beginning, it just doesn't work. It doesn't work. It's annoying as fuck. I kept getting irritated every time Timon and Pumbaa interrupted Rafiki telling the story of Mufasa. The times that Kiara, the daughter of Simba and Nala, every time like she would interrupt and like ask Rafiki questions or like go off missing her parents and asking where her parents are, like throughout this whole thing of them telling her a story, I didn't mind any of that. It was just when Timon and Pumbaa interrupted. Like, I don't know why, but it irritated me so much. I didn't like the jokes that they kept trying to tell, and then at one point they even like try to come out and sing Akuna Matata, and and Kiara, whatever her name is, like tells them to shut up. Which I'm right there with you. Yeah, they make them shut up. Make them shut up so we can get back to the story of Mufasa. It was just towards the beginning, like it just kept getting irritating with it being Timon and Pumbaa. But then there's a change like throughout the movie where it's not them interrupting, but it's actually like the daughter of Simba interrupting and actually asking Rafiki questions about Mufasa or Taka, or even Rafiki like joins the story, of course, at some point. So I didn't mind any of that. And towards the end, like it got better with them cutting back and forth between the story of Mufasa and them telling the story like through the lens of like the first Lion King live action movie. They got better at cutting back and forth, but at like the first half of the movie, it was too much. It was very irritating how they kept having Timon and Pumbaa interrupt. It was just way too irritating. That's my only complaint about the movie, though, is just Timon and Pumbaa. I I didn't mind them in Lion King 1.5 doing it when it was their story, but when you're trying to tell someone else's story, don't have random characters just interrupting. It's yeah. That was my that was only my one complaint about Mufasa. The rest of it is phenomenal. Um, the well, the songs the songs were okay. There was a few catchy ones that Lin Manuel Miranda wrote, like the love song between Mufasa and forget the name of the girl lion that both Taka and Mufasa are in love with. That ends up becoming Mufasa's queen. I forget her name though. It starts with an S. But her, I didn't mind the love song between Mufasa and her, or the the song between Mufasa and Taka, like at the beginning of them singing about being brothers. I liked that song, and I liked the song that Mufasa, Taka, Rafiki, and the woman lion. I didn't mind that song that they all sang together either. On the way to Malala, I think that's how you say that. Um, I didn't mind any of those three songs, but the rest of the songs kind of felt flat. Kind of felt like they could have used some improvement. Especially the song that it's like the antagonist, the song that he sings definitely is not as good as the song that Scar sings in the first Lion King. That one could have used some improvement. Didn't like the beat of it or the way it was sang at all. So that song could have used improvement, and um, I think there was like one or two more songs that I'm missing. Well, yeah, there was that song that Taka sang when, like, right after the love song between Mufasa and his queen. There's another song that Taka sings, and that one I didn't really enjoy either. So some of the songs could have used some improvement on it, but I didn't think they were bad. They just weren't as catchy, or like I don't know. I just don't think they grooved as well as the songs for like the original songs from Lion King. So the songs could have used a little bit of improvement, but I'm not I'm not hating on them. I still loved the three songs that I mentioned. I don't hate them as much as other reviewers seem to. The rest of the movie was fine. Like I really enjoyed the CGI. Got a got a much better improvement than the first Lion King. You know, they've had several years to improve on it, so the The CGI looks a lot better. Um, the the landscape and like the background atmosphere and stuff of the movies, especially how they introduced Pride Rock and Malala there towards the end. Loved all that. Loved it all. Um, did not know that's how Pride Rock came to be. Um, but yeah, I enjoyed all that. I enjoyed the rest of the music, like not the songs, but the actual background music and stuff. I enjoyed all that. It's got a beautiful soundtrack to it. Um, I enjoyed the story and the plot of the of the Mufasa story. I enjoyed the story of that. It was just the times that they kept cutting back to the first Lion King and interrupting the story of Mufasa. I didn't really enjoy the first half of that with Timon and Pumbaa, but when it started being like Rafiki and like him telling how he came into Mufasa's life and stuff, yeah, that that stuff fit really well. I just didn't enjoy the Timon and Pumbaa aspect. But yeah, I definitely recommend going to watch this in IMAX. That's what I did. I I went and watched Sonic 3 in the Alamo Drafthouse for the first time beforehand at like 6 o'clock. So by the time I got out of that movie or out of the theater and got to AMC, it was probably like 8:30 or 9, and the IMAX showing wasn't until 10. So I did get like a 40 minutes to an hour nap before I watched Mufasa, luckily. Or I probably would have dozed off a little bit during the movie. But yeah, I definitely recommend going to watch Mufasa in IMAX. It was definitely worth waiting up till 10 o'clock to watch it in the IMAX. I definitely recommend watching it in the IMAX if you are going to go watch it in the theaters. But if not, yeah, just wait and watch it on Disney Plus or when it comes out on DVD or Blu-ray. But yeah, that I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. Not as much as the first Lion King, of course. Well, either one, the live action or the animated one. And I think Lion King 1.5 is still my favorite of the prequels or the side stories of the Lion King. But it was great getting the the story of Mufasa and Scar and Rafiki and man, I gotta look up her name. I gotta look up her name real quick because I just cannot remember. It's like Sabari or something like that. Sarabi, that's her name. Yeah, so getting the story of Sarabi and Mufasa and Taka and Rafiki and just the overall story of Malala or Pride Rock. Um, yeah, loved all of that. I just did not enjoy the the few songs that I mentioned or the Timon and Pumbaa. If you want a better Timon and Pumbaa story, I just recommend going to watch Lion King 1.5, which I don't know if that's on Disney Plus. They should put that on Disney Plus if it's not. But yeah, uh, I think that's gonna be it for my review. I'd rate it like I'd rate it like a 7. So yeah, that's gonna be it for Mufasa, and I will see you guys later.